All right. Hey guys. Oh, I forgot the intro already.
Welcome back to
Oh.
Sisters Talk Chisme.
Hi guys, welcome back to Sisters Talk Chisme. I'm your host, Daniela, and with me I have Kelly. As you can see, again, we have no Michelle. She is not with us right now, and hence why we're using baby mics today. I want you guys to know that I struggled. I think I lasted about an
Yeah,
hour,
about an hour.
trying to figure out how we were going to do these without we have the mics. It's just that we don't have the right setup. Whatever. I remembered I have these little mics, so we're using little mics
If you
today.
guys remember from our first ever intro podcast,
Oh yeah.
this is where we had them.
So this is gonna be a little podcast because we don't have Michelle with us. Um Hopefully she'll be in the next one. No promises, but I'm sure she will. But if you couldn't already tell
Shirts.
by our shirts today, we are going to be talking a little bit about K-pop, and just some updates about us, how we're doing, what's coming up, while we eat.
This mango, sago. I think that's what it's called.
Hmm.
It's like mango with tapioca pearls and coconut jelly. So it's pretty good.
It's really good. It's really good. Kelly made it. It's
First
really good.
time
Yeah,
we had a whole bunch of mangoes, and my dad was like, "Find something to make it," and I'm like, "Okay."
that's all we do is we just tell Kelly what we want, and then she makes it. Like I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling potatoes today. That was yesterday. My dad. Kelly made potato soup, so it was really good. It was really good. But just to kind of update us a little bit. So I said we were talking about K-pop today. Really, we're just talking about a lot of things, specifically Stray Kids, because there was an update that they hung out with. Sorry if this mic is too loud. It's just also very tiny. There was an update that they hung out with Ryan Reynolds and
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Jack Hugh.
or Hugh Jackson,
Or
Hugh. His name is Hugh. The guy
I don't
from
know.
yeah, that's his
Yeah, the
name.
guy from
The Greatest Showman.
Greatest
Yeah.
Showman. He also did Wolverine,
Oh yeah. Because they were promoting it. So they're promoting Deadpool right now.
the third
Um,
movie.
yeah, in Korea. They went like to world tour right now, and so they went to Korea and like all the stays, which if you didn't know, our fan base for Stray Kids is called Stays. Stays knew that if they didn't hang out during their time in Seoul, like
They were gonna fight, like throw
yeah,
hands.
like all hell was gonna break loose because they needed to do something, which they did. Turns out that they have an interview coming up. I don't know when that's gonna be
Mm,
posted, but I cannot wait for that to come out. But really exciting. It's just like when
yeah.
two worlds collide. It's so crazy. And this goes back to like 3 years ago when Stray Kids did a Kingdom performance, Deadpool themed.
Was it three? About.
About 3 years ago.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure.
Felt like.
I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay. I don't know. You're the one who was like all up on that. I
Very
wasn't really into the
true.
show.
That was before I was like in the midst of becoming a stay.
That was like 4 years ago then.
Was it 4 years ago? Sorry. How long have I been a stay?
4 years.
4?
Because Michelle was 6 years. Six. Yeah. Michelle was 6.
2020 was when I started.
Yeah. Like 4 years because
Well,
they
yeah.
debuted in
Oh, yeah, yeah.
2018.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it was like 4 years ago. It's so long. It's so surreal every time I think about it. And I feel like I haven't been a stay for that long. I always think back on it and I'm like, no, I haven't been a stay for that long. And then I'm like, oh sorry, we have to check the mics because they're kind of low on battery too. But yeah, I was like, no, yeah. So it's been about 4 years, but that's how it all started. And then like Ryan saw the performance or something because it
Yeah.
was Deadpool themed.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
Because Felix had the whole
yeah, yeah,
outfit.
yeah.
That was cool.
And then he's like, hey, and then they're like, hey, and yeah. And so all they've since then just you know
Been like, oh my gosh. So
been
Ryan
besties.
Ryan was following Stray Kids and
Mm-hmm.
stuff,
Yeah.
and he was like, wow. He's like besties with Chan
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and Felix, but mostly Chan.
Basically. But yeah, so I just wanted a little update
Okay,
on
okay.
that for our K-pop fans out there because I know some of our audience are kind of
K-pop.
K-popers, K-pop lovers.
Oh, and then the album that's coming out,
Oh, oh
the
my
8
gosh,
album.
8. I I cannot wait for this album to come out. This is their mini album, and it's coming out on July 19th, so in a couple of weeks now. In a week.
Oh my gosh.
By the time we upload it, it's like in a week. That's crazy. Dude, I'm so excited. So they released like 2 days ago the trailer for Stray Kids, like the song, because they're gonna have a song called Stray Kids. Um, I started crying. And this is literally like what, a second or so of it, like a couple seconds of it.
Mhm.
I was crying. I was
I just woke up and I was just like, "Wow!" And then I was looking at the like little music video part, and I'm
mhm.
like, "Wow! They're adding all the ones that they used to have, like all their past
Mhm.
songs and stuff." And I'm like, "Wow, that's beautiful." I wasn't crying yet because I was like, it didn't. The lyrics didn't hit me.
Yeah, I don't okay, to me it's more of a cry because like I haven't been there for them since debut, right? Since this and I'm owning up to that. I haven't been with them since pre-debut or like debut. I got into them like 2 years after they debuted, and it's been like 5 years now. So I mean, a big majority I have been with them, but I still it gets me sentimental because I've recently I wouldn't say this awakening, but definitely have had this like TikToks and things come out about. I was telling Kelly and Michelle about like how everyone starts out somewhere. Like everybody has their struggles and their things that they go through.
Mm,
And to see Stray Kids, which is a K-pop group that I really helped me out through a hard time, know that they also obviously had a hard time and that they've gotten to the point where they're okay with bringing it back up and especially bringing it back up in a song, which
yeah.
like if you didn't know Elevator, they have that in the lyrics, is a very I feel like very traumatic experience and maybe song for them. Not as traumatic as the other songs that they've had. There's some traumatic songs because of some instances that I don't know if I want to touch base on yet
Maybe
in the
later in
past.
life.
Go look it up. I'm sure you'll see it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, okay, so basically, Stray Kids used to be a 9 member group, not an 8 member group. I'm not gonna name the ninth member. I don't even consider them a member. Just putting that out there. So they've been through some of the struggles through that time, and I just like that video. Just it just the lyrics too. It just shows that they really went through all that,
Mhm.
and this is where they are now. Like this is they got there by themselves. And like I said, I've seen a lot of TikToks recently about like starting small, like um going through struggles, like entrepreneurs.
Oh
It's
yeah.
basically entrepreneurs like interviews that they've had, basically saying like,
Oh, in Texas though. It's like, hey, I guess that's a place to stay.
"Hey," but it's like the same. It doesn't matter where you're at, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like that's what I was going at is that even them, like, I mean, it's kind of like we were talking about how the small world thing.
Oh yeah.
Like even them, all the way across the world, are having struggles. Like everyone else in the
Mhm.
world start out somewhere small and have their road of struggles and and then
Yeah.
get to where they are at. So kind of like me, like I was telling Kelly, like I don't think I'm in a place where like I definitely can have improvement and I see that and I've had my struggles to where I am right now. I couldn't have been here where I am now without the struggles that I went through,
Mhm.
without the different horrible things that
Experiences.
experiences,
Yeah.
mental health that I went through. I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't have that. And
Mm.
I'm not saying that you need that, but I'm saying like it just goes to show like everyone does have it.
Yeah.
And that song was just so emotional to me. So yeah,
Mhm.
I cried.
Yeah, actually, I found a TikTok that kind of relates to that. So this guy was basically saying he's like a podcast person too, but he was basically saying how the difference between a cow and a bull during a storm, that a bull goes towards the storm and the cow goes away, like runs away from the
Mm,
storm, and basically running away means that you're in that storm longer, and somehow you're just gonna have to stay there, and it's like a longer time in the storm.
I
But
see.
then in a bowl, when you running towards it, yeah, there's some hardships and stuff, but you're gonna finish quicker, and at the end, it's gonna be more beautiful. You know, it's like
Yeah.
once the storm's gone,
It's like just go ahead and go through it.
it's like
Like
a calm.
um it's like a get it over with,
Yeah,
type
basically,
thing.
he was basically saying like
Hmm.
there's these struggles in life. You just have to get it over with. Yeah, some people want to take the easy route, but it's just you for you to succeed
Yeah.
and like be in a better place. You have to like go into that hardship.
And I think that's what people need to understand that hardships need to happen in order for you to get where you are. Like nothing is going to come easily to you. And if you think that, you're in the wrong
Yeah.
place. You're not living in the you're in either really Delulu land or something, but you must not be if you don't think that you're going to have struggles in life. And
Mhm.
that's why I always tell Kelly and Michelle. Like I'm not saying that they haven't had struggles, but like I just like kind of tell them that like Kelly, like it's not going to be easy. You're going to
Yeah.
struggle. Like
Like,
right now.
yes.
Mhm.
Currently right now. Okay, so I've been drawing. I'm in school for like, well, I was in school for art and stuff, so
Mhm.
I do know some of that stuff. I've been wanting to start my own business for a while, but I don't really want to because I know that I have to be kind of stable to be able to go into it. But since we are having concerts up coming up and everything, I'm like, you know what? I think today, this year, this concert that's coming up is the year that I have to promote my stuff and like give out freebies and be like, hey, if you know K-pop people, if you know freebies, you get these free items while waiting in the concert, like waiting to go into the venue. And that's what I want to do. I want to give something so then I can be like, hey, if you want, can you please follow? It'll be a great help. Hopefully, I can sell stuff soon. I do have an Etsy. I'm selling like 2 stickers.
You want to go?
Hey.
Let's get some stickers.
But yeah, I think that's why I don't know. I just have to.
I do. I always tell Kelly, I'm like, Kelly, you're gonna start somewhere. You're gonna have to start somewhere, and it's kind of like obviously to start a business or to start something, it requires you to put a lot into it, and you don't get a lot back very early on.
Mhm.
Obviously, you're not gonna see that coming back to you
Yeah.
quickly. It's gonna take time. It's gonna
Mhm.
take a while before you start seeing it come back to you, and I think that's what people don't want to do is wait.
Yeah.
They don't want to just like because it's not gonna be quick. And I always tell
Mhm.
Kelly, I'm like, Kelly, you're gonna have a couple of years that you're not gonna sell, and
Yeah.
boom, yeah. But later on, you get yourself well known, things like that. And luckily, she thought, oh my god, I almost dropped this. She thought, and I thought, like, Kelly, we have all these concerts coming up, and yes, like, if you don't know what freebies are, basically, I think you pretty much explained it. They're just
Yeah.
freebies, so they're just
Free items.
free
Yeah.
items that usually either fans do out of the kindness of their heart or artists kind of do it to promote
Mhm.
themselves and to put themselves out there, which I think Kelly, it's a great idea for Kelly to do during our concerts that are coming up. So we're going to AT's concert, maybe
Yes.
not Lollapalooza because Lollapalooza is a little crazy.
No, that's different. I have seen people do like give out freebies in
Yeah, but that it
Lollapalooza,
was really hard. Like last
but
year for New
yeah, New
Jeans,
Jeans had.
I couldn't find her. Like you had to find them. And I'm like, I'm also not gonna go find you when I'm already in a spot right now
Yeah.
for to see New Jeans,
She
which
was
we'll
like
get into our
where the
experience.
fountain was, and I was like,
Yeah,
ooh,
and I was like, "No, I'm already here in
yeah,
this
I'm
section.
already waiting, and I'm just like,
I'm already here waiting 5 hours until New Jeans performs."
getting sunburned. And, ugh.
No. But yeah, so I told Kelly, I'm like, "This is a good idea. I mean, we're going to an XG concert with our friend, so we're super excited. That's a good opportunity." She
Mhm.
missed opportunity with P1 Harmony because we already went, but that's okay. More
Yeah,
concerts will arise, and she'll get to have the opportunity to, you know,
promote more of my
promote
stuff.
more. And she has, she'll get there eventually. And I think that's what I was saying as like the hardships that it
Mm,
happens and that you just need to pass kind of like the bowl, just go
yeah.
in there and just let it let it go. Yeah, basically. Basically. But yeah. Anyway, that's the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is Lollapalooza, because Lollapalooza is coming up, guys. And it is literally like what, 3 weeks away for us?
Like 3 weeks, yeah.
Dude, me and Kelly have been stressing. Michelle isn't here with us right now, so that's why it's only me and Kelly stressing right now. But we have been stressing about what our
Oh my
outfits are going to
gosh.
be. And so we're going in a group. So it's us three and then two other of my friends. So we're all gonna go and we're gonna have a blast. So we're gonna see Stray Kids. They're gonna go see SZA, which is fine. But for the most part, we're gonna be pretty much together for the concert. And something that I wanted to talk about is our experience from Lollapalooza last year because I think that's something to put out there. I've seen a lot of TikToks about this, about like the do's.
I have to keep an eye on it.
Okay, so I don't really know where we cut off. Maybe I
Um,
should check. Or
I think it's where I had the friend.
oh, okay. Hope
Okay,
I don't know why it cut off. Okay, guys, please excuse that. Let
okay,
me just.
back to it. Okay, so I had a friend. She's currently in the same grade as me. We're going to college together, and she's also a K-pop fan.
Hmm.
And she's telling me about all these plays, like, oh, she's going to all these concerts and stuff. I'm like, oh, cool. Which ones? She went to the P1 Harmony one. She's
Mm.
going to the ATs one. But she said she's going to Lollapalooza. I'm like, oh, have you been? And she said, no, I haven't. And I'm like, oh. And she's like, are you going? I'm like, yeah, I'm going. And she's like, wow, we can, since we both have like general admissions, we can go. And I'm like, I just didn't want to break her heart and be like, we've been to Lollapalooza before. It was
Yeah.
hectic just being in GA, which is like general admissions.
Yeah.
So this year we decided to get VIP
Right.
because of all the perks and stuff. So I just feel so bad because I'm like, dang, if only because she lives like over there where the university is. I live like 2 hours out. Um, she's like, I can't like message her or anything and be
Mhm.
like, hey, here's some tips, but like, 'cause I don't really talk to her like that.
Well, like, and I think people need to do their research anyway because this is a festival. This isn't a concert like any other K-pop
Mm-mm.
concert. It's not at all a concert like that.
Like, there's like mosh pits and like
Yes,
a
there's
lot of.
literally mosh pits. So like for you to just like I feel bad for some like K-pop idols or stays that this is their first
Mhm.
festival that they're going to because like that's how kind of we were. But I had done my research. I had like
Yeah, we've
thoroughly
done it.
known what was gonna happen because I had asked also my friends because my friends had gone before. Obviously, they weren't going to see K-pop, and I know how I love my K-pop stands out there, but I know how hard they can be and how rough they can be. So that's why I was like, I don't know. We were going to see. Okay, so last year we went to go see New Jeans
Mhm.
and The Rose, and luckily they were on the same day.
Oh
And
my
if you
gosh.
know anything about festivals, is that sometimes they're not on the same day, and sometimes they're not on the same stadium or
Mhm.
stage. Man, we are having some struggles out here with this freaking phone and audio and stuff like that. Okay, so
Yeah.
it obviously looks a little different because like I had to do some
Move.
stuff to my phone, move some. I hate that. Anyway, Kelly was finessing this one. We were off camera.
I was like,
Okay, so like I was saying, so for Lollapalooza, if you know anything, sometimes they're in different stages and they're different schedules. So the schedules come out, right? Well, we had seen that New Jeans was going to be in the bigger stage and the Rose was going to be in a smaller stage, which is totally fine. So obviously we went for New Jeans first. So like I said, this is not like any other K-pop idol group
Mhm.
concert or anything like that. So we didn't know really what to expect because also New Jeans, this was New Jeans' first time coming to the US ever. So like
Mhm.
we didn't know how big the audience was going to be. We didn't know anything and obviously they didn't either. The audience was very big and I didn't know that.
It was huge.
I
Like,
didn't even know where these people came from. Like where did
mhm.
you guys come from?
Like we were there really early. No, you're fine. We were there really early, and all of a sudden I turned around. Tell me why I see a whole bunch of people, and I'm like,
Yes. No, you know
where
when
did
I
you
found
come
out
from?
when we were already like okay, New Jeans was performing already and they have the big screens and sometimes they have the drones that show on the screen like the whole audience. That's I remember all my little section, our section, we were kind of separated a little bit,
Yeah.
but our little section, we were just like we gasped all because we were like, "Oh my gosh, that's a lot of
Oh
people."
no,
Because we
we
were
didn't
up
see
front.
it. Okay, so Michelle was like super duper close. She was
Yeah,
closer
she
than,
was closer
but
because I don't know what the heck just happened. She just like
they like pushed
okay,
her in
see,
there.
that's what happens in
Mhm.
Lollapalooza that I need people to understand that
You're not.
people move you. Like you move with the people.
Yeah.
You don't choose where you got where you're gonna be technically, unless you get there super early and you like run for barricade. Yeah,
Yeah.
we weren't gonna go run for barricade, but we did want to be like
Kind of
fairly
close.
close.
Yeah.
Well, what we didn't know is that every time that okay, so we went pretty early, but not early, like when the gates open, we didn't run. No, we didn't do that. We just like walked around,
Mhm.
we
Got some
got some
food.
food, we tried to look at the merch. The merch line was super huge, and we were like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
But Daniela did buy these lanyards for us.
Oh, yeah.
um
I got like the souvenir lanyards that sometimes you can get. Oh, by the way, we got GA last year.
yeah.
Just one day GA.
But we
And
got these little lanyards,
mhm.
and Michelle didn't want to put it on, Danielle didn't want to put it on, and I was like, you know what? I'll put it on. I put it on. Tell me why they thought I was VIP, and they're like, come here, come here. I'm like, oh, it's like
Yeah, they were
VIP
taking
over
her
here, and
away
they
from
yanked me over to this line, and I was like, okay, and I got out like super
yeah, she got
quickly.
in like a fast lane for merch. I don't know. Oh, try not to make
No,
this about merch.
sorry.
Anyway, and I was like, okay, so point is that we got up okay after we were done we got some food we were
Mhm.
chilling and we're like okay let's start heading over. I think it was like what 1 o'clock kind
It
of
was like 12, almost
the
one.
doors open at 12 so it was like 12:30ish. We had done everything pretty quickly but we weren't like racing to go to the stage.
Mhm.
Whatever, we started going to the stage and there was like nobody there yet and we're like okay the first performer hadn't performed yet. I don't even know who it was. Right. Kelly knew
I
most of
did.
them. I was like, what the
I
heck?
was like, I know this guy. I listened to a lot of TikTok audio, and that's how I found these people. And I'm like, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, you're that one guy. You just look different. And I was like, I'm like, Daniela, it's that one guy. And I was like, who? Like literally when he started singing, I'm like, oh, it's that one guy. And obviously she was like, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm like, oh, he sings this one song on
Well,
TikTok.
yeah, and then he starts singing the song. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I know who that is.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Well, I
he
don't know
just
who that
looked.
is,
I
but
just didn't recognize him quickly because he outgrew his hair and he shaved his like beard and stuff. So I'm like,
mm,
so he looked really young.
well, point is, okay, let me just wrap it up real quick. So we went to the stage, right? We were like, okay, chilling, and there was like a bunch of people, and there was space. There was space, and we were
Mhm.
pretty close, but we weren't that close. There was space, so we were just chilling there, and then slowly people started moving in very slowly. We're like walking in. I'm like, okay, we start like maneuvering around
Yeah.
people. And then once the performance started, we still had space around us, right?
Mhm.
And we were fine. We were chilling there. And then as artists like move, so people go for specific artists and
Mhm.
then they leave. As they leave, we get pushed up.
But it's
Like,
not even like willingly. It's just like people
no,
behind
just
you.
start. We
Pu-
don't. They don't push you. Is that's the thing.
They
We don't
just
start
walk.
pushing. We just start walking forward. That's just the thing. We just start walking forward
But
because obviously you want to get closer.
yeah.
So we kept doing that, and as it got closer to New Jeans, which New Jeans performed at like 5, mind you, so we were in that sun for 5 hours. 5 hours.
And Michelle forgot this. Like she forgot. Like halfway through, she was like, "Oh my gosh, the sunscreen!" And she pulled it out. I'm like, "It's too late."
Yeah,
My
Kelly got
shoulders were
burnt
like
real bad
red.
because
I was
Kelly had a,
peeling.
a tank top. I had a little heart right here that I had drawn. Well, when I came back home and I took it off, there was a sunburn of a heart. That was kind of cute though. Anyway, but it was so bad. It was so bad in a good way. Like, not gonna lie, I loved it. I had a great
Oh my
experience.
gosh,
I freaking love
yeah.
Lollapalooza, 10 out of 10.
So like Daniela was like we said, Michelle was up front. Daniela was like in the corner,
Mm-hmm.
and I was over here. Daniela got stuck with all these like Hispanic
Oh yeah,
girlies,
with my Latina girlies. We
and
were
they're all
like,
having fun. I'm over here stuck with my Asian girlies over here. The girl next to me was like full on Korean. I don't think she spoke a lick of English. The girl next to me, she was like a type of Asian. I don't know
mm.
what kind of Asian, but she was Asian. And I just loved it because whenever she started chanting, she was like, "Sing it with me now," and I'm like, "Yeah!" So it was just me, the girl next to me, and then the Korean girl who
Mm-hmm.
were just singing. We were just like, we don't even know Korean, but we're singing.
And Michelle got stuck with like a bunch of people who were there for Billie Eilish, so they were kind of being a little rude. Not gonna
Mm-hmm.
lie. So sorry, Michelle, but she did get closer, obviously. So we had a pretty
Mm-hmm.
decent view from the stage. I'll put a video right here so you guys can see like how close we were
For all those people on YouTube.
on YouTube. So go check it out. If you're on Spotify, go check it out. Um, so yeah, this is how close we were. So we were pretty darn close to
Mm-hmm.
the stage. Not like I'm
Like
gonna
touch
touch
them,
them or they're
but
gonna realize who I am. No, but like pretty good to like see them and still
mm-hmm.
like vibe and have a good time with the blaring sun, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that went. Also, the reason why we got separated a little bit is because a lot of I'm telling you, this festival or festivals in general is not for the weak. Because the reason that we got separated is because people kept feigning or kept like, no disrespect to people, but like also drink a lot of water, please. Do what you need to do, stay hydrated
Like
because
drink before that. Obviously
things
we
like this
knew
happen.
because we played sports before.
Right.
What coach told us, what my parents told us, obviously they've been
Yeah.
to like concerts outside and
Yeah.
festivals too, to drink water like a week in advance, all the way leading up to
Yeah.
that day. I know you're gonna want to pee
It's the
like
same thing that you would do for a
ugh.
rave or for any like festival
Mm-hmm.
like Coachella, same thing. You're out in the sun for a long
Mm-hmm.
time. Obviously, you're gonna get dehydrated. Well, point is that people started getting se estaban desmayando, like fainting. They
Mm-hmm.
were just like so help was coming and to help we had to create like a
Bear.
wall. And so people would go grab them and then take them and right when they like were leaving, people would push up.
Like they literally waited until the person was out,
Right.
and
And
then
then
they
we
pushed like
and when that happens, well, like obviously people are scooting in and like Michelle went that way, I went this way, and Kelly stayed over here. And I was like,
I was a little bit farther, but I was enjoying my life.
hey, it was still a good time. It was a good time. New Jeans performed. We loved it. And then
Mm-hmm.
after New Jeans was done, everybody yeeted out of there.
Yeah, and then I literally heard this girl. She had like a Billie Eilish shirt. She was like, "What about Billie?" And I'm like, "Literally, you're the one who was arguing, saying who the freak is New Jeans."
No, for real. They were being so rude. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, Billie Eilish fan. I love Billie Eilish, but like,
Yeah.
okay, because Billie Eilish was a headliner and she was performing at that stage. So people
Mm-hmm.
obviously wanted to be there for her for Barricade. Okay, we get it. Don't worry, just let us go here for it. And that's what people obviously that's not gonna happen. People in Lollapalooza are probably not gonna be understanding, FYI. So
They are
yes.
not. They said
Grant
survival of the fittest.
literally, granted, New Jeans wasn't as bad as TXT. Now
Oh
TXT
my
did go
gosh,
to
that was
Lollapalooza
bad.
last year. We didn't go to that because I knew I was not going to do that. I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm sorry, Kelly, I'm not doing that. We're going to see New Jeans. We're not going to see TXT because it was crazy, and I was right.
Yeah, you see videos on TikTok. You
You
just
can
look it
see
up.
them, like
Look
you
it
can
up
look it up.
TXT Lollapalooza. And
Yeah,
then you'll see people they literally disrespecting the security people.
they like
They
ran through
they
them.
broke the security.
They broke
The
those things. It was bad. It was so bad, and it was raining that day too. So like
yeah.
for you to do all that for
But you
just
just see you also see videos of people falling.
yeah, it was bad.
Pretty bad.
But and then for the Rose, after that, we just chilled a little bit, and then we went to go to where the stage was, where the Rose was gonna
Oh my
start
gosh.
performing. Well, we didn't know that the person before the stage was basically like a rapper. He was a rapper. He was like a pretty famous rapper. I don't even know who this man is, but
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
was
he
pretty
has pretty
good.
good songs, right? But we didn't know that a lot of these were like frat boys and like just like not to be rude, but like white frat girls. You know what I mean? You know that group
Yeah, those
that
type
they
of
were gonna start
people.
performing mosh pits. We didn't know that. Well, Michelle wanted to go and try to get Barricade. And I'm like, Michelle, we don't need to do that. Also, I just want everybody to know, please just go for the vibes. Don't be that delulu to yourself because, like, the likelihood of them seeing you in that huge crowd, I mean, put yourself in their shoes. They're not going to
Mm,
see you. I even know that they're not going to see me.
yeah.
I know Lino's not going to see me.
Yeah, like in our high school, we have like an auditorium and there's like a stage, and
Yeah,
literally you go up there and you see the light. You can't really see
you
anybody
literally cannot see anybody.
because of the lights. They're like blinding you unless you like stare hardcore or wear a hat,
Yeah,
which is why most, I think during the fan interaction, they wear hats. But
but still, it's just like they're not going to see you. So that's why I always I'm over it. I hate this. I hate this so much. Anyway, so we're going for the vibes. We're just going for the vibes, nothing else. We're not gonna go so that Lino, Changbin, or freaking Bang Chang are gonna see us. No, because it's
they're
not
gonna
gonna
see
happen.
me if they're ever gonna see me. They're gonna
Even
see me
if we're in
vibing.
VIP, we're
Mhm.
vibing. We're just going for vibes, and that's it.
Woo.
So that's what everybody should go for Lollapalooza for vibes, not to go see, not to go
Be
be
the
see.
Lulu respectfully.
The inside out character of Delulu is in y'all, all of you guys. But
It's like we didn't see that in the movie exactly because she popped out later in life, or he, whatever you want to call them. They popped
anyway,
out.
but my word of advice for Lollapalooza, people who are going to Lollapalooza this year, please just go for the vibes. I know people are not going to listen because there are a lot of people that are like younger and like our newer stays,
Mm.
but like one, the leader Changbin is, I mean, not Changbin,
No, Chan.
the leader Chan
He's
is not going to like that. And two, um, make it fun for everybody.
mm,
Don't be like that. Like, drink a lot of water. Please drink a lot of water.
mhm.
Wear comfortable clothes. I know we were stressing out about our outfits, but we want to be comfortable, but we also want to
That's
be
why
cute, right? But comfortability is the biggest thing.
shoes. Bring shoes that
Bring nice
you're
shoes. Oh, shoes that you
also
don't care about,
yeah
but comfortable.
because there's a
Because
lot of it's in a park. It's gonna get dirty. You can get
yeah, it's
everything,
dirt everywhere.
especially hopefully knock on wood, it doesn't rain, but it's gonna get muddy if
Oh
it does.
yeah, I wore white Converse. Trash, trash. They're in the trash. Like that's how bad. Okay, they're not in the trash. They're just there. But
Yeah.
don't wear don't wear white shoes unless you don't care about them. I didn't really care about them, so that's why I wore them because I
Mhm.
knew. Um, Another thing, I saw a girl say bring fans because it's gonna be hot. I do agree you should bring fans, but please bring the right fans because during the rows, the reason why I couldn't go more forward is because guess what? This girl behind me, I'm gonna put a picture of what kind of fan she had because I want you guys to know not to bring these fans because these fans are so dangerous.
And especially like thinking of that, be respectful about people around you. I know you're gonna
Exactly.
get hot, but bring a fan with like a cover or something.
Like a cover or
Mm.
like a hand fan, those work just fine.
Mhm.
Don't bring like an electric one like that that doesn't have a protection on it. I had my hair down, and this girl behind me had that fan, and she's like fanning herself. Well, the fan, she got it too close to me or something. My hair got stuck in her fan,
Mhm.
and people are moving and pushing forward. Michelle's trying to push me. I'm like, no, Michelle, let go, let go. So I got
Well,
separated by
yeah.
because I told her like let go because we are having the most horrible difficulties during this video. So I apologize for all the different clips that you're about to see in all
The different audios
and the
you're gonna
different
hear
audios probably as well. Um I apologize. Where was I?
with the a girl with their fan, and she was like,
Oh yeah, that freaking girl and her fan. So please, moral of the story, do not bring those specific fans. Bring other fans, hand fans.
I actually have one. We got this on
Something
Amazon.
like this would be okay, although even then it's like kind of could get in there, but it's less likely to get
Mhm.
stuck.
unless you're like sticking it in
than
there. But
this than that other one that I showed.
yeah,
Please don't take those fans. I saw somebody say some take some electric fans, and I'm like,
just not that kind.
not that one though, please. That one's dangerous. Drink a lot of water. Bring water bottles if you
Yes,
can. Bring water
the
bottles.
reusable ones. You just
Yes,
have to be empty. Um,
and they have water
mhm.
stations everywhere there, literally everywhere.
I did see people who were gonna stay there like the whole day. They brought like backpack ones, like
Yeah,
the hiking
backpack.
ones.
Yeah.
You can bring those too.
Mhm.
I know if you look up on Lollapalooza, they have their do's and don'ts, what to bring and stuff. Um, that is very helpful. The backpack ones you can bring is just make sure you have nothing that you shouldn't bring in there. Obviously, don't bring like a whole bunch of things, but that's basically it with that. Um, what else? Um, be ready to walk if you're not like athletically built, because I know a lot of K stands are not really athletically built.
She's coming after
Please
y'all.
make sure you walk at least like a little bit, so you're able to like walk a little bit longer. Um,
Yeah, so just moral of the story, that was our experience with Lollapalooza. We're really excited for this year in Lollapalooza this year. But we do have VIP, so we're not saying that
mm,
I'm not throwing out there that I have money or anything like that.
mm-mm,
No. I'm just saying that learning from our experiences last year, I think we're about to go VIP because
mm.
so we're really, really excited that Beacha is actually also performing on the
Yes.
same stage and the same day. We got so freaking lucky because I wanted to go see Beacha, and luckily they are performing on the same stage
Mhm,
as Stray Kids and
mhm,
at the same day. So
mhm.
we get to see them. We're only going one day of Lollapalooza this year again because I don't think I could ever do all 3 days or
No,
4 days. I
there
think
are
it's four
people who
days.
do it, but like they're different breed.
I understand though; it's so good. It's a good deal. Like
Mm.
the money that you pay for 4 day GA tickets to see all those artists,
So
just good money.
it's pretty cheap.
And
Saying like
again,
each concert, each like artist is like two
and
hundred
again, those
dollars.
people are obviously going for vibes. They're not going
Mm-hmm.
to be noticed or anything like that. Which, if you're
Also,
going for vibes, it's good.
just a random thing to point out there.
Mhm.
If you are going to Lollapalooza, make sure don't be like freaked out about what people are wearing, because um, they
Yeah.
do wear like revealing like other
Well, it makes
people.
sense because
Hmm.
like I think something to know is like again, this isn't a K-pop group, so this is like other artists. So there's a combination of fans of different artists there. So it's not all about K-pop. So don't try to make it all about K-pop. There's different artists. There's like SZA, like our friends that are going to see
Yeah.
SZA. Like they have their own fans. I know Zed. Oh, I would love to go see Zed, but they're performing at the same time of Stray Kids. Anyway, like the DJ said, they have their own fandom base. So like all these fandoms are gonna be there, and we're all gonna be sharing the same space.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you see all types of outfits, all different types of vibes.
Be
And usually
respectful.
usually for the most part people are respectful. They are nice, but there are people who are and it's just like be aware. Be wary of
Mm.
that it's not but honestly from our experience last year we had a great time. I
No,
freaking
yeah.
loved it. I said I wasn't gonna go again though, ever. And then they said the lineup and I was like,
I told Danielle, I
that's
was like,
great.
you know what? I think we might be going next year. And I even bought like one of those backpacks, like hydration
Should
backpacks. I did. And Danielle was like, we're never gonna go.
yeah, I was like,
She's
we're
like,
not going
whatever.
again.
And then boom.
And then the lineup came up, and I'm like, why is Stray Kids headlining?
Sorry, I predicted it.
Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna go see Stray Kids, and we're really excited about that. But I just
Hmm.
wanted to talk about our experience and about Stray Kids a little bit, some K-pop things that are coming up. Um, but yeah, the other things really that I wanted to talk about today weren't. I don't think we could talk a lot right now because of my camera quality, and it's just like messing up. So really, it's just a lot about Lollapalooza, which is really great because I want to put this out there because I want people to know about Lollapalooza
Hmm.
because it was really hard for us to find out details about Lollapalooza. So I'm trying to think of everything that I could think to say to first timers who are going to go see Lolla or
Bring hand sanitizer
things. Oh
for the
yes,
restroom.
yes, especially for GA. If you're doing GA, those bathrooms are not the best bathrooms, but they don't have
Any other
good hand washing things either. So hand sanitizer is gonna be your best friend. Bring a charger, a portable
portable
charger,
charger.
because your
Hmm.
phone is gonna die, and they don't really have any place, obviously, because it's in a park, it's a festival.
Also, make sure before going, you have enough storage on your phone if you want to
Oh my
record a
gosh,
lot.
that is so true. Like right now, I'm having difficulties because of my freaking storage. I'm gonna make sure that's not a problem when I go to see
Mhm.
Stray Kids. But you're gonna record a lot, so make sure that your storage is freed up. Um,
Oh.
Be creative with your outfits, especially with
Mhm.
your makeup. I think that's the best part. It is a festival after all. Honestly, treat it like it's Coachella, even though it's not Coachella.
Yeah, just treat it like it is.
I think I'm telling Kelly I definitely want to do something fun with my
Mhm.
makeup, and I see that a lot there. Um, please sunscreen for your face too
Mhm.
because it is very important.
Or just sunscreen in general.
Honestly, sunscreen in general.
If you want to get food, bring a lot of money because it is a little
Oh,
bit
another
pricey.
thing that is really good that I suggest. So for you're gonna get wristbands. Those are your entryway, and it taps to go inside.
Oh.
Connect your credit cards to your wristbands. That way, you don't have to bring a wallet if you don't need it, and you can just pay with your wristband, which is a
Mhm.
lot easier. We didn't do that last year. Also, activate your wristbands before you go to
Yes.
Coachella. Not Coachella,
Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza. Before you go to Lollapalooza, please activate
Or
your
you'll be struggling
wristbands.
like,
You're gonna be struggling like we did. Well, tell me why we freaking tried to activate them minutes before we went inside.
yep.
Don't do that. Um,
We weren't the only ones. There are
yeah.
other I'm pretty sure these were other K-pop people that were going to go see
Mm,
New Jeans too.
yeah.
They were also struggling. I saw them too and I was like,
Yeah.
holy crap.
Another thing, if you really want merch from that specific artist, I would suggest the first thing that you go do is
Get
go
the
line
merch.
up in that merch line
Because that merch
if you
line
have
is
GA, because
huge.
that line is so big. And it was so complicated last year that they didn't even know what line was what line.
Mm-mm.
Make sure you're in
We
the right line.
we like moved out even though it was the correct line. I'm like,
Yeah, honestly. Don't listen to other people too. Just
mm-mm.
remember to ask the people in front of you because honestly, they're going to be like the best people to ask,
Well,
probably.
honestly, yeah.
Well,
You can't even trust. Sometimes you can't even trust the um security there or like people
that's
running
why I'm
it.
not saying the security, the people in front. Like, are you in
Mm-hmm.
line for merch? They're like, yeah. Well, then I'm sure everyone else is in line for
Mm-hmm.
merch.
Because so for P1 Harmony,
For
there
people in
was this
Harmony
one
too, that was
guy.
so annoying.
Yeah, he worked
Anyway,
there
we got the
anyways.
merch though. We just
Mm-hmm.
didn't get the right sizes because it ran out because we were late. Anyway, but just know that if you want merch, I would suggest going to the merch line first before, because again, don't try to get barricade for an artist. Like vibes, we're just going for vibes.
Honestly, if I get the same spot that I did for New Jeans, I'm pretty okay.
Hey, I'm okay
I'm
with that
okay with
spot too.
that.
Which again, show the picture. That's
You'll
what we
see it.
spot, which I thought was pretty decent. So, and we
Mm-hmm.
have VIP, so we do definitely have like area. So I'm not like too stressed about it. But just for like people who have GA this year and who have never been to Lollapalooza, something to note. Technically, you don't have to bring clear bags. It is a lot more helpful though because it makes security process go quicker because they
Mm-hmm.
don't have to esculca or go through your bag.
Or if you want to bring a small bag, I
Yeah.
always for any K-pop idol, like K-pop concert or concert in general, I always bring this little small black bag.
Hmm.
They just open it, see it, because I only have like two things in there, and then boom, that's it.
The less you have, the better. The quicker you go through security.
But
Don't push
sometimes you
through
do,
security either. You're all gonna get there eventually. Like
mhm.
literally, no need to push, no need to run, and no need
And
to.
be patient with the security
Please
people.
be patient because if you're gonna be rude to them, they're gonna be rude back to you. Trust me. Um, it just be nice. Get in. There's like five. There's like 10 lines of security. Okay, you're all gonna get through there, and you're not all gonna get barricade, and you're just gonna have to live with that. Okay,
Hmm.
if you want barricade, then no offense, but go waste money to go to a concert and then get barricade because
Hmm.
there's a, I want to say probably 30% chance that you would get barricade at a festival like Lollapalooza. Um,
Unless you're like those people running.
literally running.
But even then, be careful because um,
Even then, it's not
Lollapalooza
even
is
that
huge.
close. Oh,
So,
Lollapalooza is big, and even then, it's not even that close. Like barricade is not even barricade at Lollapalooza.
oh
Like
yeah,
there's still a huge gap from the stage.
because that is another, not VIP, but like,
It's just the area
yeah.
that they have to have open. So you're not even that close anyway. And even like in both stage sides, one side is like straight up like GA, the other side is like GA halfway. But even if you get barricade on this side, like VIP and VIP Platinum are still in front of you.
Hmm.
So unfortunately, you're not like even that close anyway.
Yeah.
So again, you're not even like close. If
Hmm.
you're wanting to be like close touch, yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Like I like what my friend told me. Like honestly, any spot is a good spot because of the massive screens that they have, and honestly,
Yeah.
those screens are amazing.
Huge
Even us being that close, I didn't even pay attention that much. I was paying attention to the state
screen.
to the screen because it was my best
Mm.
bet of like
Oh no,
viewing
me and
them.
this girl were vibing. I wasn't even paying attention. I was like,
And even that, just vibing with
yeah.
the people around you. New Jeans was so great. I love the New Jean.
Hmm.
fan base because they were so fun.
Yeah, they
We
were
were
like
getting
we
lit.
yeah.
We were hyping each other up. But
Nothing against the Rose,
no,
but
no,
like
no. The rose was great too. But then again, that mosh pit happened, and I was just fed up with the girl in front of me
mm,
because she just kept putting her poster up, and I'm like, babe, put your poster down. He doesn't care about your poster. Let me see
yeah,
the
it
freaking
was
screen.
Daniela, that girl, and then me, and then Michelle, and then in front of Michelle was this girl that
Hmm.
wanted to fight her because apparently she like wanted to faint, but then security was trying to take her out, and she's like, "No, no, I think I'm fine." And security was
Also,
like,
she could be
"Done."
closer.
Yep.
People are like that. Like, and what sucks is like these people. I hate to be rude, but they're younger.
Mm.
Like I hate to be
Yeah,
rude,
that
but they're
girl was like
younger.
what, 15,
Like you don't need to be there.
16.
Why are you here? Okay, that's rude, but like
But honestly, like Lollapalooza, I feel like
is
any
not.
festival is for older people
And even then, like even if it isn't, well, honestly, it should. It really should be for.
because
There should be an
alcohol is
age
like
limit.
sold like
It should be
everywhere.
18.
Yeah.
Honestly, at least 18, because like
Hmm.
kids really shouldn't be going to Lollapalooza, even though they have a whole kids
Yeah, they have
Lollapalooza.
a Lollapalooza kids area.
But besides the point, please be respectful, be responsible, take care of yourself, be respectful to others
Hmm.
around you because we're all trying to enjoy it as much as you are. But this was like basically a whole podcast about freaking Lollapalooza and Stray
What to
Kids.
do and what to don't, and what to prepare
I don't
for.
know. I'm just like really hyped. We're super excited for our outfits. So
Mm-hmm.
we got some pretty athletic wear, but comfortable. Also like still kind of stylish. So I won't share anything because you'll see it in our vlog because we'll most likely vlog it. But yeah. So we're really excited about that. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if you wanted to say anything else. Want to talk about anything else?
I don't think so.
Again, we're cutting it pretty short. Um, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's all we have for today.
and hopefully for our next, Michelle might pop out.
And we have our mics back, we have
Hmm.
our setup back, and we're not dealing with all these cuts,
It's a
hopefully,
little microphone.
and little mics. Although I love these little mics, but at the same time, I love
I
my
feel like they're
bigger
good
mic.
for like in our last video if you
Yeah, the
saw
mukbang. We couldn't
mukbang.
find these, so we couldn't do that for the mukbang. If you guys want, we got some suggestions for other mukbangs, maybe doing a series. So maybe, um,
Hey, hey, hey,
I love
hey.
eating me some food, so why not?
I don't love cooking, but I love eating.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna leave you guys because we're about to hit the fair because we're super excited. The fair started this week.
Mm.
So yeah, we're gonna head on out. We'll see you guys next week on our next podcast, but you can
Take it away.
take it away.
Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Please follow our Apple Podcast, our Spotify, here on YouTube, and don't forget to follow our social media, so Instagram and TikTok. And thank you again for watching, sisters.
Talk.
Chisme.
Bye.